Alright, here we go. Let's see how badly this F's up my frames. Zobro!
God damn it, Scully Drew.
Good morning to ya! I know you're just as excited as I am to be up this early on a Monday with our cups of joes.
On my day off.
On your day off, whatever that means. No, I'm just kidding. I love you. It's my day off too. Whatever. This is like vacation for you and me. We finally get to hang out with one another, which doesn't happen at all anymore. I had to see you leave me on a jet plane.
Yeah. Yeah, then you don't follow. What's up with that? You're really bad
I
at romantic
really
comedies.
thought about it. I really thought about it. And, you know, romantic comedies are better when they're romantic tragedies, I found. And so,
I
but,
find they're better when they're romantic comedies, so good to SF.
well, there's usually a couple fingers involved and a couple orifices. Oh, wait, no, I'm watching the wrong kind, aren't I? I did it wrong.
No, well, you should hang out with Spencer and Phil. There will be some fingers in some places.
Oh, I've hung out with them. Well, I've hung out with Phil, obviously. But did I tell you I actually met Spencer for the first time at that Paxington, the third?
No, I didn't know.
Yes, it is a thing. It is a thing.
Yeah, he's kind of a douchebag.
What? Oh my gosh. Yeah, kind of. I'm just kidding. I can't pass first judgment on my first encounter. I'm watching my frames right now because I have that what they call the wireless connection to the internets. And sometimes when you're running 18 things, it don't go so good. But right now
Yeah.
I'm at I don't know. I really don't know how it looks.
What are you new?
What are you new at this? Yes, I am. I feel like a newborn babe when it comes to this right now. Just
I
looking
feel
back.
like a ghostly angel. Look at me in this camera right now.
Oh man, do you have the lights? You do have the lights.
I look like the I look I look like the son of a dead albacore.
It's kind of hot. You made that sound like a bad thing. I don't know how.
Dead
Garblocks.
seafood get you hard.
Garblocks. I walked by Spencer at PAX. He smells nice.
Hey Garblocks and Thaddy, how you guys doing?
I know,
I
Thaddy
don't know why
Pants.
I'm here.
Yes, you do. You know why you're here. Because without you, I'm
I
not.
like how the title has I like how the title has a number one, as though you were ever getting me up at 10 o'clock in the morning again.
Mm-hmm. About 8 times a week, if that's okay with you.
No.
All right, fine. 9. Jeez, we'll make it around 10. How about that? Oh, well, you want to pull the Band-Aid off of this wound and get it over with so you can go back to the sleeps? You're not going back to sleep after
Oh,
this.
well,
Let's be honest.
Go back. I'm not going back to sleep. you son of a
Sucker,
bitch.
sucker. Oh, it's for a good cause. It's for not the children, and that's always a good cause.
It's not for. It's not for anything. Let's do it. Let's go.
All right, party
Oh,
time. Party time in the USA. Let's do it. All right. First of all, let me see why my camera isn't working. It's not getting my pretty face.
Oh man, you got some lag going, boy.
Yeah, I know. I see that. Is it pretty spotty? Spotty Pippin? That's what I was saying. Every
I
time you.
just turned on the volume and it was like 3 minutes behind.
Wow, really? Woo! This is my first day. Morning time is all that matters. Truer
you
than
do?
words. This is terrible. No, I'm just kidding. It ain't bad. I'm just trying to figure out why my webcam ain't doing its things. Let's try it again. It's probably saying, you know what? We don't like what we see, so we're just going to do the world a favor. And for that, I understand. I truly do. Let's see if I can fix that little ish. Of course I can't. Why would I be able to do that?
Whoa, Thaddy, watch who you're calling a duck hunter, man. Don't just be throwing that around. That's not your word.
That's pretty disgusting of you, dude. But this is why we love you, too. You disgusting son of a beach. I'm going to try to whip this out one more time, and then I'm going to get the webcam going. Prevert things. All right. No, it doesn't want my webcam this morning. That is almost sad. It makes me feel bad about myself. What did I do wrong, internet? Oh man, I
Uh,
shower on the almost bi-weekly. Twitch wants to black out Sculi. It's true. Look at that. I almost said something prejudiced there for some reason. I don't know
did,
why I would do that.
did you even test this show?
I did 18 times. Dang it, Zobro. Well, let
I'm
me just
sorry, man. You wake me up. You get me. Yeah, I'm all crinkles, man.
wake you
All
up
crinkles.
before you go. I
Don't leave
got.
me hanging here like a yo-yo.
Hey. I don't know if it's the coffee or just the general lack of sleep that's got me a Luposaurus Rex. What's going on, SEAL teams? Dang. Why are people here? They aren't supposed to be here. Hey, welcome to the Scully and Zoe Morning Show, a regular show that Zoe's going to be at every single morning.
Yeah, right.
I'm confirming it right now for the world.
This is your one and only, and you're blowing it, Scully.
I'm not blowing it. The internet just isn't ready for such magic.
You want to?
Yes. Are we going to get into this again? Start a little thread of preversion. Doggone it. All right, let me try this.
Scully, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to lay into you so much, Scully. You know that I love you, sir, right?
Yes, I do know this. And actually, I'd be hurt if you didn't.
It's just this is my natural instinct of somebody who's woken me up in the morning.
Oh, trust me,
that
I
I'm
know.
just naturally gonna be super bitchy.
Dude, I remember the days where I would roll out of bed and you'd be like, "Where's the coffee? Where's the effing coffee?" I'm like, "Hey, why don't you ease off of me a bit?"
Where's the motherfucking coffee?
You know what's really funny?
And then I would go digging in your carotid artery for coffee.
I'm just noticing this though, but I'm capturing your beautiful mug on the Skype camera, and yet I can't get my stupid face to show up. What is the deal with this?
Yeah, I don't see anything on the stream right now.
Well, that's because I'm lagging and you're about to pop up in probably 3 seconds.
Cool.
Do you see yourself? Well, you can at least get your beautiful mug on there. Even if, I guess,
see.
even if the world's
Look at
not
this
ready for me.
beautiful mug.
Yeah!
This mug is beautiful.
Timing is a thing. Facebook said something about preverts? Yeah, Garblox, you're here. It's the 2 frames per second soaker. Yeah, I know, I get it. I get it. This is what happens when you set up a stream in a basement after you've been, doing it right for the, I don't know how long it was. I did it right for a while, though, you have to admit. It was plugged in.
This is what happens when you don't spring for a 60-foot Ethernet cable.
I do have one. I do have one. Were you there, Zoe? When I had that giant-ass cable?
Yeah.
I had that somewhere.
Was like 14 states ago, buddy.
Speaking of which, yeah, I drove through 7 states in one night to get here. 7 states. I did the math. I'm a math magician. It's Zoker
Betty,
Ghost.
what happened to my hair is I just rolled out of bed.
Oh, God.
Okay, so I had planned on being up before this and getting ready for this. And then I was like falling asleep last night. I went to set my alarm and I just totally forgot about Sculi. I forgot he even existed. And so I set my alarm for noon.
Kind of sound like my last girlfriend. Whoops. Did I go there? I did not go. I'm sorry. I'm better than that. I'm better than that. Didn't I tell you I was better than that?
You're not better than that.
I hate you so.
It's natural. Everyone does it. It's natural. Anyway.
You don't have to.
This is nostalgic for me.
Yeah?
Just seeing this all go to hell so bad.
It's not going to hell. Why do you have to go there? It's fun times. Whatever. Like I said, you don't know how.
I'm in stream physics hell.
Yes, you are, Sir Hole.
Sir Hole. I'm using that.
You are? You're stealing that? That's cool.
I'm stealing it. I'm taking it back for my people.
So this is what I'm gonna do. I just figured out. This is why I get paid the big bucks to do nothing. I'm gonna figure this out right now for the kids. And that's the other thing is like I try to do a million things when I know I can't. I know my technology.
Like capture 2 cameras.
Like capture 2 cameras, 8 different spots on 2 different monitors, with a wireless connection. It's genius, really. Look at that! I did. Oh wait, no, that didn't work. Well, it doesn't want me to do the webcam, so I won't. So actually, what am I? I'm such a schmutz. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna edit this guy. Stretch it. Oh shit. What the? What's going?
I was set. I was set.
See, you could test and test and test until the cows come home, but still, it's okay. You still break my average stream numbers. Shut up, Garblocks. You probably get 10 million viewers a day. What a lying.
Get tons of sliz. What?
I haven't heard that word since high school. I love it. Kind of makes me honey. No. What's wrong with me? It's the morning times. That's what's wrong with me.
You're a disgusting old prevert.
All right. So Zoe, you're gonna be the main attention for this morning. I hope you enjoy that.
I'm gonna trying to get some color on me right now.
Some colors. Some of that color brain.
Yeah, somebody called Blue.
Oh. Yep. You did it. You did that thing. Taking too long to encode. Skipping. I gotta love that message on my OBS. What does that mean? Well, it means your stream doesn't work in a basement. I see a chin. Yeah. Wow, they are lagging behind bad. But that's okay. You know what?
Yeah.
I don't even care this morning. I'm just glad you're here. I'm glad everyone else is here. It's whatever. It's fun times in the city. Let's just bust on through this. Let's get to the first topic. All right? Xbox, PlayStation 4.
Right,
we got the new 1. We got the new 4 coming up. But here's a better question. Why do we care still? Why do we care?
Sorry, I just noticed that I have the world's best mullet right now.
You always had the world's best mullet. It's like a little she mullet. If that's a word I can make it. It's the she mullet.
I'm trying to grow it into a classic MacGyver.
That is a thing. Yes, it's true.
Okay. Xbox and PlayStation 4. Ditch the Kinect and we'll talk, Microsoft.
Ditch cameras in general.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think Sony has dumped a ton of money into making the PlayStation Eye or whatever they're calling it, spy on you and learn what to sell you. Big hint, you're going to be selling us a lot of eHarmony accounts and dick pills.
Right. I mean, don't we get enough of that on our own porn sites on the internets? But that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
Consoles, all right, so they're coming out, and they're going to be half as good as your current PC mod, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, that even though we're updating from like an 8-year lag, I mean, it's not going to be like a high-end PC. It's going to be like a mid-range PC from today.
Well, that's what yeah, exactly. So I was just looking at like.
Sorry, I said what you just said, but smarter.
Yes, you use words, and I just kind of puke out things. That's what she said. But I was just noticing that, yeah, you pretty much are getting a tiny little baby PC when you buy these new consoles. And again, it goes back to almost what I think about the Wii, where it's just parents buying shit for their kids. That's what we're doing. It's just... I'm sorry. I'm not really excited about the new generation of consoles because it's not. Consoles are a dying breed like the CD. When's the last CD you bought? Exactly.
Well, people have been saying that for years about consoles. It might finally be true now because of the fact that improvement on the tech is plateauing.
Mm-hmm.
We can't make things look any better. I mean, not really. And so it's getting to the point now where it just doesn't make sense to buy a new console every once in a while.
Right.
But at the same time, there's tons of people who just aren't gonna fuck with PC. They just would rather have their games on a console. Teenagers, mongoloids, crack addicts. They want their consoles.
Is that just because they have this fascination with consoles and physical property? Because I don't see... Everything's digital download now, too. That's the thing. Killer Instinct is day one digital.
It's because they can't figure out how to Google and email.
Oh, they will. It's like a requirement now in school. It's a class. It's a class to learn how to internet and prawns.
Yeah, but also it's easier for... Sorry, I have to deal with way more crackheads than I should. But it's easier for a crackhead to save up all their pennies and go into a GameStop and buy a
Yeah,
console than
that's true.
to try to buy a computer and learn how to use it.
That's true, but honestly, do crackheads make up a
This is
majority?
this is me at 10:30 in the morning, assuming that the crackhead demographic of video game consumers is that vast.
Well,
Why did you wake me up?
because before you go, because I'm not planning on going solo, Zoe. Um,
Friend.
no, but I mean, I don't know. You're talking about again a very small group of the actual. Like we like video games, so we can consider it our crack. But we also know better. These small group of people that don't know how to run a computers or can't afford, a $700, $800 whatever PC, they go to these consoles. But again, I still look at parents. Parents will of generation ahead of us don't know how to install motherboards and shit like that. So they'll just go and buy a Wii U with bowling or something like that for their little BBs. And there they go. Problem solved. They don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, you know what's a bigger demographic is people who own Macs. They're not gonna play video games on that thing. They need to buy a Wii.
This is
You could really think of the Wii as a companion piece for a Macintosh computer.
yeah. It's true. It's true. I don't know. I'm just not. I just look at this as kind of like maybe the last we'll see. The
I know
other,
you say that, but how many of us are just gonna get these new consoles anyway, just because they are the things to have?
the only reason why we do that, I think, is because we are attached to certain properties that are. We're also we don't talk about it. Well, more mature people don't admit it, but we're kind of dedicated to certain companies like Microsoft or Sony or Nintendo. And whether or not you're not even interested in, let's say, the Wii U, because you grew up playing Mario and you know a Mario game's going to come out on it, you're going to get it, even though it's a worthless turd. And it
Well,
is.
families are still gonna get it, kids are still gonna get it, and devotees are still gonna get it because we love video games and we gotta have it.
And now the SEAL team is saying he's a console gamer, he knows how to run a PC, but that's what I'm saying. This generation is equipped to like they know how to do it. We're smart enough to
SEAL
understand.
team, are you a crackhead? Because that's who I was talking about.
I'm pretty
If you
sure.
are a crackhead and you can still do both those things, then I salute you, SEAL team.
I think I saw a
Hooah.
tweet by SEAL Team saying he had a line of powder on the back seat of his toilet. That he does a line every single morning right before he games, which makes sense. I would too.
You know that they don't snort the crack, right, Scully?
What? Explain to me. Is it an oral? Is it like a
They don't snort
suppository?
gooch balls. Yeah, it's suppository. Well, they make it into rock candy and then they suck on it when they're at the baseball game. What's up, Michael Black?
Michael Black, welcome to this fun and interesting day of us waking up and our hair being all over the place. Although I wear a hat, so I don't have to worry about that little problem. She mullet.
And
Anyway,
your hair is super short.
you mean super bald? Is that what you're trying to go with, you son of a bitch? That's alright, I still love
I
you.
wasn't. I saw your hair last night. It was short. God, get over it.
I know, I just like to take the opportunity to make people feel bad. Wouldn't you? Anyway, let's get on it. Let's get off of this because I don't like talking about the next console generation. It pisses me off. Alright, we're going to talk about Grand Theft Auto Online now. And the fact that
Okay.
I don't really understand why people care about this either. Um,
Have you played it?
I have not played it, but maybe that's why I don't understand.
That's your problem.
But I also
Yeah.
it's I don't know. To me, it's once you what's the best way to put this? The online universe for something like a sandbox game like Grand Theft Auto, it sounds interesting, but really, if it's I don't know, it should be one of those things that it should have just been sold separately for kids, for the kids. This mature game. Um,
Wait, why?
this is kind of how I feel about most, even like the Call of Duty franchise and Battlefield franchise is multiplayer is so popular, you should spend a bulk of your energy creating this one product and sell it separately. It seems like when they do something side by side like this, one or the other gets less attention, if that makes sense, and you
Yeah, but
bring
you're
out something
forgetting that
inferior.
Rockstar spent like 27 years and 400 gajillion dollars making this. Like, I don't think they had any problem splitting their resources.
Right. So then, what was the problem? I mean, again, you never know what the traffic is going to be like once you open up something with servers and stuff like that. But still, you're telling me that they couldn't get it right with all that money and time and people behind it, that the online universe pretty much turned into shite the minute it started.
Um, yeah, that seems to be the way things are going these days. And I had hope it would be different with GTA Online, but it wasn't. But it wasn't as bad as a lot of other online launches these days. Like they did, like it really was just out of commission for like 3 or 4 days, and then they more or less had it going. It was really frustrating for me because for the whole time before that big patch came out, I could not get into it at all, and it was super frustrating.
Oh, so you tried it
Um,
out?
oh God, am I like starting? Am I starting to accept how terrible online launches are these days? I need to get over that because
I knew I could
it's really
break
not
you.
acceptable.
I That's what I'm saying.
It's
It's
really not acceptable. And Rockstar, they put more money into this game than SEAL Team Bravo's put into crack cocaine, and they
just
couldn't get
barely,
it to launch right. Come on.
just barely though, because we know how much SEAL Team likes that cracked of the cocaines. But you just admitted to the very thing I felt like you were arguing with me about, is that with all the money and time and people behind a very like big product like Grand Theft Auto, and they still can't shit out online service properly.
Well, I don't think it's a matter of poor development. I think it's a matter of just handling the launch wrong. Like, I think the thing is that these companies doing these online launches. Well, I don't know. I doubt GT Online had a real beta test. I doubt it had any stress testing because I'm sure I would have heard if there was a Grand Theft Auto beta. Um, but I think that a lot of these companies aren't buying enough servers from the get go or setting up enough servers from the get go
Right.
because they want to minimize their costs. So they want to see how many people are logging on and then buy enough servers to accommodate them instead of buying enough or more than enough,
More
more
than
than
a
enough from the
muff.
get go. So so that it's actually working because then they're spending too much money on servers that they didn't need to. And yeah, I don't know exactly how that works. I'm just guessing,
Right.
but
We know.
it's not a development thing. It's definitely a management thing.
That might be it. Because, yeah, you have to imagine that they would overcompensate for a release like this. And
You would think so.
it makes no sense. Again, I personally have very little interest in the Grand Theft Auto franchise, to believe it or not. I think the last Grand Theft Auto I even played was on a PSP, if that tells you anything. And if
Oh
you.
God, why'd you play the PSP ones? Well, I don't love Grand Theft Auto. I actually I hate the writing. I think it's terrible. And I started playing GTA 5, and I got a ways into the story mode, and I kind of got bored a lot. And then GTA Online started working, and I started playing with friends, and it's a lot of fun. I'd still be playing it if Pokemon hadn't come out.
Fuck Pokemon! Sorry.
Excuse me.
Personal feelings came out right there. I've Again, I almost can't say anything though because I've never touched it. I just never had a desire to. To me, it's like just RPG one on one monsters one versus one. I'm like that just seems boring to me after the first 10,000 times you do it. That's
Uh,
personal feelings. That's personal feelings.
Sounds like a video game to me.
Not a very fun one. All right, moving on. We're going on to one of my favorites. The new Killer Instinct that's coming out for Xbox One has just revealed Orchid as one of its playable characters, which was my favorite character in the Killer Instinct franchise. And also the reveal of Spinal at the end of it. Now, I used to play this a lot, not only in the arcades, but then when my buddy got it on the Super Nintendo. And I still enjoyed it. I still enjoy it
Arcade,
today.
what's that, Grandpa?
What? Yeah, I know. But man, I'm excited for this, but I'm curious to wonder why. I actually like the model that the Killer Instinct is coming out digital only, and for like $30 you get 8 characters, which obviously isn't a lot, but I think it's a good kind of like business model for games going forward, to sell at a
Ugh.
cheaper price. No, you don't like that?
Okay, Killer Instinct was never gonna sell at $60 to begin with.
You don't think so?
Like
Well,
I'm a fan of the old Killer Instinct, but this whole thing just reeks of cash in. And no, I'm not gonna pay for Killer Instinct characters. Like, I might pay for like Marvel vs. Capcom characters because those are iconic goddamn characters. But I'm not gonna pay for Spinal. Eat my butt, Microsoft.
oh wow, man, you're kind of bitter about this, but this is something. Okay, I get it. I hate microtransactions. I do. I hate it because they do seem
I
like
don't hate
cash-ins.
microtransactions. Like, I love League of Legends. Like, that's my jam.
Ah, but see, you're being
But
biased then. It's
how am
this
I being biased
because
because one game does it well?
does it. It's not a matter of it doing it well. You say you do it because you enjoy one game over another, and I'm not saying you didn't enjoy Killer Instinct, but people would argue with you that they love Killer Instinct so much that they're willing to throw a bone or two for a new character. And since the game is starting off at a flat price of what, $30, $20, something like that, that's not that much. And
It's free to get. You get it free with Jago, and I think one other dude. But
juggle.
like Killer Instinct is it's a novelty. Like it's not something we weren't all waiting for the next Killer Instinct. It's just like a fun little thing. Like, hey, this is like that old game that we used to play 57 years ago. And now there's like everyone's gonna get on that Killer Instinct. Come get it. I'll get first taste for free, and then you gotta pay for all these sweet Killer Instinct characters. Like, come on. Like, and then it's like this is like half of Xbox One's launch library is just Killer Instinct. They have to pay for the characters, and it's disgusting. And the reason I say League of Legends does it better is because you can play League of Legends and have a hell of a lot of fun without spending a dime. You can't
Hmm.
play Killer Instinct and play two characters and have fun for more than 5 minutes.
Well, unless you're a diehard fan, and it's again with fighting games. Fighting games is a little different because, like you're right. You get in the longevity of things. A fighting game will not sustain like a League of Legends kind of game where you know.
Well, it's all about the paying system. Like League of Legends, you can unlock characters by playing the game. Killer Instinct, you can only unlock characters by buying them, and
Right.
like that kind of free to play is just it's disgusting. And League of Legends has Riot Games has shown that you can do free to play by actually giving the players something for free, and they will still spend money if you're doing a good job.
Okay.
I mean, League of Legends makes sick amounts of money, but Microsoft's like, no, dog, everyone's gonna pay for Spinal. Come on, let's do this. Like, eat
But
a
it's
dick.
Spinal.
So, oh man, everyone's gonna pay $30 for 8 characters from a game they played 20 years ago. Like, it's an no.
But this is something that the universe, the Xbox faithful, have been clamoring over for years for a new Killer Instinct. You know this. They've wanted it, and now they give it to him.
Wait,
They
wait,
give
wait,
it to him
wait.
dry.
I'm pretty sure you're making this up.
No, come on. You know that people have been crying over a new Killer Instinct for.
I have
uh,
not.
You've
I
never
have
heard
not
about
heard
this.
I've not heard a single child cry over
All the
Killer
children
Instinct.
cry. All the grandchildren cry. Everybody's crying. There's a bunch of
Like,
babies
I
everywhere
hear,
that want
I
Killer
hear
Instinct,
people
a new
cry.
one.
I hear people cry for a good Metroid game. I've never heard anyone cry for a new Killer Instinct.
That's because you spend too much time on League of Legends. You're not listening to the universe when the universe talks, whispers in your ear, and then puts their hand